Dear audience, welcome to our channel. In Hainan, China, the differences in boarding policies between new energy vehicles and conventional fuel vehicles have attracted widespread attention. Why can conventional fuel vehicles board smoothly while new energy vehicles face departure restrictions? With the peak of vehicle arrivals after the 2024 Spring Festival just subsiding, a new peak of departures has begun. But have you ever wondered why many owners of new energy vehicles suddenly found themselves unable to leave the island? Why did they have to queue for 6 days just to get a hard-to-obtain ferry ticket? What exactly happened to make the situation so urgent? Media reports have added fuel to the fire, revealing that ferry tickets for new energy vehicles departing the island in late February have all been sold out, meaning that vehicle owners wishing to depart may need to wait another half-month. In contrast, conventional fuel vehicle owners faced fewer obstacles and completed the departure process smoothly. Although both types of vehicles have four-wheel drive and have traversed the same land, why is there such a difference? After consulting with some industry insiders, they indicated that this was not intentional discrimination, but rather had very practical reasons behind it. Why do we say that? This is closely related to the policies in Hainan. Before December 2023, Hainan did not impose strict restrictions on either conventional fuel vehicles or new energy vehicles. As long as a ticket was purchased, vehicles of any type could freely enter and exit the ports. However, starting from December 2023, the Hainan Provincial Department of Transportation issued an operational guideline regarding the transportation of new energy vehicles. This guideline stipulates that, to ensure maritime safety, the number of new energy vehicles carried on each ship must not exceed 10% of the total number of vehicles, with a maximum limit of 18 vehicles. In addition, these new energy vehicles must be parked in designated areas on the ship. Under this policy, the difficulty of new energy vehicles departing naturally increased significantly. After all, ferry ticket quotas only account for 1/10 of the total number of vehicles, and a maximum of only 18 new energy vehicles can be carried at a time. So, why are there such restrictions? What are the reasons behind this policy? The answer is actually quite simple: it involves the safety of cross-sea ferries. Although the risk of self-ignition for new energy vehicles is not alarming when viewed under a magnifying glass, it's only twice as high as that of conventional fuel vehicles. However, when this risk is intertwined with the special situation of cross-sea ferries, the situation becomes complicated. Imagine, on the deep blue sea, a ferry laden with dreams and longing for home, carrying closely connected streams of people and vehicles weaving through the waves. In this enclosed and densely packed space, if the core of the new energy vehicles, those lithium batteries, is ignited due to some accidental occurrence, the consequences would be unimaginable. It's not just the raging flames, but also the spreading smoke and harmful gases that could cause illness or death to many people. And for this potential disaster, traditional fire prevention measures often prove inadequate for new energy vehicles. Once a lithium battery ignites, its intensity of burning and speed of spreading are extraordinary, and conventional firefighting methods are almost powerless against it. Don't believe it? Then let's recall a terrifying incident at a market in Hubei. A new energy vehicle suddenly self-ignited, starting a fire in 3 minutes, burning out in 6 minutes, leaving only the frame. It's likely that the entire ferry wouldn't be able to escape if such a situation occurred. If such restrictions were not implemented, imagine how terrifying it would be if similar incidents occurred. Does this prove that new energy is very unreliable, or perhaps just a false demand? Actually, it doesn't. After all, the development of an emerging thing takes time and space to gradually improve. Take new energy as an example. The combustion rate of cars in the early years was indeed very high, and disposal was difficult. This is because the most traditional battery pack integration technology was very crude, simply connecting several battery cells in series and parallel to form a module, and finally integrating the battery pack into the car chassis. Once an accident occurred, the consequences would be severe. But now, new cars are different. To solve the heat insulation problem, the management of new energy batteries has undergone tremendous innovation, incorporating many safety measures and heat insulation materials. It's basically possible to ensure that the entire battery pack does not smoke, ignite, or explode. Some car manufacturers' batteries have even achieved a combination of water cooling, heat insulation, and buffering functions, ensuring not only no problems with themselves, but also avoiding disasters when colliding with the outside world. Moreover, with the popularization of solid-state batteries, such self-ignition incidents may disappear directly, and we can look forward to it. In summary, it's not that new energy vehicles are restricted from departing, nor is it discrimination. Instead, there is indeed a considerable risk, especially since many older models of new energy vehicles have been quite crude in terms of safety protection, and the consequences would be severe if a fire occurred. In order to prevent such situations from happening, it is necessary to implement a one-size-fits-all approach. Of course, the safety of new energy vehicles is not only limited to batteries. From overall structure to detailed design, every aspect needs strict control. For example, vehicle collision safety, electrical safety, chemical safety, etc., all require in-depth research and continuous improvement. For collision safety, modern cars have adopted high-strength steel and advanced body designs to ensure the safety of the passenger compartment. In terms of electrical safety, new energy vehicles adopt stricter electrical isolation and protection measures to prevent electrical faults from causing fires. The safety of chemical reactions is also an issue that cannot be ignored for new energy vehicles. Although the risk of lithium battery self-ignition has been greatly reduced, strict monitoring of battery materials, structures, and usage environments is still needed to ensure long-term stable operation. In addition, the intelligence of new energy vehicles has brought new challenges to safety. With the continuous development of autonomous driving technology, how to ensure driving safety in various complex environments has become an urgent problem to be solved. This is not only a hardware issue, but also a challenge for software algorithms and artificial intelligence technology. In conclusion, the safety of new energy vehicles is a comprehensive and multi-level issue. It involves not only traditional fields such as mechanics and electronics, but also emerging fields such as intelligence and materials science. Only through continuous technological innovation and improvement can the safety and reliability of new energy vehicles be truly achieved. However, this does not mean that we can completely ignore the safety issues of traditional fuel vehicles. Safety always comes first regardless of the type of vehicle. While promoting new energy vehicles, we also need to continuously improve the safety performance of traditional fuel vehicles to ensure that every trip ends safely. In summary, new energy vehicles have not been restricted from departing, nor have they been discriminated against. However, this is not groundless, as there is indeed a considerable risk. Especially, many older models of new energy vehicles have been quite crude in terms of safety protection, and the consequences would be severe if a fire occurred. In order to prevent such situations, a one-size-fits-all approach has to be taken. Finally, let me summarize for the readers. I hope you have gained something, enlightenment and reflection. Behind the obstruction of new energy vehicles departing from Hainan Island, we not only see policy adjustments and technological restrictions but also experience the difficulty of balancing environmental protection and economic development. This phenomenon reminds us that promoting the development of new energy vehicles is not an overnight task, but requires joint efforts and continuous improvement from all parties. For the government, it needs to formulate policies more cautiously, balance the interests of environmental protection and economic development, and ensure the healthy and sustainable development of the industry. For consumers, they need to have a more rational understanding of the advantages and disadvantages of new energy vehicles, choose vehicles that meet their needs, and actively support the implementation of environmental protection policies. For the new energy vehicle industry, it is necessary to increase technological innovation and improve product quality to enhance consumer confidence and acceptance of new energy vehicles. Only through joint efforts can the sustainable development of the new energy vehicle industry be achieved, contributing to both environmental protection and economic development. That's it for today's video. Stay tuned for the next exciting content. Goodbye. Goodbye.